What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going over the price action on NAS 100 or NQ. So today we had another bullish day. Today was the Tuesday, the 2nd of December, and we traded down for a manipulation before we traded back up, and we closed at the higher range of the day. What I'm seeing now is that we seem to be heading higher. I don't know if that's enough manipulation on this week's candle, but it looks like we're going higher. We opened up and we're already at the high of the day from this candle that I'm seeing here. So this is the previous day high now. Hold on, let me remove this. This is the previous daily low right there, and this is the previous daily high. So yeah, man, previous daily high, previous daily low right here. So what I'm currently seeing is that we're already heading, almost taking out the previous daily high since tonight, since the overnight session already started. Now, going over the price action on the lower time frame, let's get right into it. So we're going to go from this one. So see, we already traded up, heading for the previous daily high. This is the current monthly candle, and this is the current weekly candle. So we had a nice little manipulation coming down here, and looks like we want to just continue higher. I don't know if this pullback is enough for this leg higher, but let us see. On the 4-hour time frame, this is what we're looking like. So currently we traded down, so we open right around here because we open at the high, went up, trade back down, and we traded right back up. Bit of a choppy seek and destroy type of day today still, but I see where we could have caught some decent moves nevertheless. So looking at the 1-hour time frame, like I said, we open right around here. Sideways movement through Asia, traded down. This was the low of the day before we ran up, came back down to test equilibrium of this range, and then we went back up during this should be the PM session, and currently we're heading higher, pretty much at the already at the previous daily high. Let me go over the entries that I'm currently seeing on the lower time frame. Alright, so going over the price action on the lower time frame. So right out the bat, we opened up a bit of a sideways movement right out here. Traded up, came back down. As soon as the momentum came into the market, we sent the price higher. Let me see if I can get this thing to annotate. So we traded higher to this level right here before we manipulated back to the downside. We sold off. So this first macro right here gave us the first trade. By the time we get to 9, we had another entry here for some buys right inside of here. sent us higher, and by the time we get to 10, we had another entry inside of here to send us lower. By the time we get to 11:30, we retrace back up into this level here and see we had another level here for some cells. So the cells came in here and we kind of consolidated for the rest of Asia until we broke down after the midnight open at farm there. Not the cleanest price action here, but still there were some trades you could have capitalized on. So going into London session, this was around 115 right here. We had another entry came in. This is the 1250 to 110 macro. We had a buy here, traded up before manipulating to the downside, took out this low. So this would have been Asia low, took out, and we came back and took out this low again. And then now the low of the day was put in right at this 3 a.m. silver bullet in London session. So we had this inversion that um, sent us higher. And if you look at this price action right here, it didn't really tap into anything. Let me see. Yes, it tapped into this little zone. A small little zone here, and this is what entry gave us pretty much all of today's move. So we had an inversion right here. This is the first inversion after the London Open right here, and we just kept on going up from there, up. So right around the 350 to 420 Mako, we got another entry here for the buy. So this one came in around, what's this? This is the 302 to 330 macro, ICT macro. This one and this one is special. And then now traded sideways during London. I think I took a sell over here. I think I got out somewhere around here on the account. Made like $50, something like so. So took a sell right around here. I realized price is bullish. We came all the way down here and I went break even and this came back and stopped me out before we came back down. This was just before I left for work. Then we had this opportunity here for some buys. So we traded into this level right here. This is what gave us a nice little buy opportunity. I took this trade outside of a macro window still, but I saw this on the 5 minute and I just tried to capitalize on it. Not much follow through, but nevertheless it was an entry. So right here we had another entry, 750 to 810, and this could have been a long entry that we could have held for majority of the AM session. This would have given us a nice risk to reward. So we had one there, another entry here, but would have gotten stopped out on this 930 push down. So we spiked down during the little 930 open before we rallied to the upside. And then now then 10 a.m. silver bullet, we got an entry here, 950 to 1010 macro. Silver bullet went up before we had this inversion right here. Came back down, went back up. I don't know what caused this type of a gap in the market here. Let me see if it's on the futures too. See if it was a glitch or something. So it's actually showing me there. So I guess this price feed must have disconnected or something. But we traded all the way down to here before rallying back to the upside. So we came all the way down here by 11:30. We created this low. This is what we trade into right here before we went back to the upside. During lunchtime, the lunch macro gave us this little buy. This is around 11:50 to 12:10. This macro here gave us this buy as well as during the lunch macro. This has been 12:10 to 12:40. This is mainly the lunch hour period. We had a nice little scalp going up using this level before we came all the way back down for 12:50 to 110 macro. So this macro also gave us a nice entry right here. And this is mainly some scalp trades because, like I said, the market keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down. So by the time we get into the PM session, it was just sideways kind of a movement. This entry here wasn't inside any macro, and the last one would have been here around four. Well, this one is inside this macro. This is 150 to 210. This macro here. This one wasn't the best, but after that it just consolidated for the rest of the day. So we opened up and see we ended up trading up now. We pretty much went above previous daily high and so we just kind of came back down. So that is pretty much it on the price action today. Not much of a clean price action. So we had both buys and sells. Seek and destroy kind of profile. I think we had some type of announcement from Trump. So that kind of gave us this type of push here. But that is it for today's video. Didn't really take any, only one trade today. It was this sale right here on this account before I got to work because I didn't wake up for London session. But that is it for today's video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.